of you. We're going to start off standing. What I was thinking is that we do a little bit more cardio based, because one of the things that I heard from, I did a workshop on Instagram for a university thing. And he was like, yeah, after that little 20-minute workout, I felt like my cardio was shot. Like, you know what? Everybody can use a little bit more cardio. So that's our plan today. Starting out with a little bit of flow and then get our heart rate up. All right, so as we set up nice and tall, let's go ahead and take the arms by our sides, palms facing forward. Allow the eyes to close for a minute. Acknowledging whatever is happening in the space around you. All the little people or the temperature of your space, whatever you can notice. And then from the space around you, we start to tune into the body, scanning from the top of the head all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. Just noticing how you're feeling. Acknowledging how fast or slow our breaths are flowing, how deep or shallow. And then finally, we'll start to notice how we're feeling mentally, how we're feeling emotionally in this moment, today. And understanding where we are physically, mentally, emotionally. Let's take a nice deep inhalation through the nose. Inside, out of the mouth. Allowing the eyes to open. We'll start by just taking some circles in the wrists. Noticing what snap, crackle, and pop we have going on today. Again, switching directions of your circles. And then letting that go. On our inhale, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. We'll take the right arm by our side, reaching all the way over to the right. Oh yeah, I forgot, I'm not mirroring you. Sorry, I will mirror you now. Inhale, reaching both arms to the sky. And exhaling over to the left. And inhale, reaching all the way back up. And exhale, forward fold. And bending those knees enough to let your belly rest on your thighs. If you like, you can gently move side to side, whatever feels good. All right, and with a nice deep bend in the knees, rolling all the way back up to stand. Next, inhale, we reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands down to the mat, stepping that right foot back, pausing in a lunge. And then we step the left foot back to meet the right, finding our plank. Go ahead and spread those fingers nice and wide. You really want to think about pressing the knuckles underneath the fingers down into the mat. And then we shift those shoulders past the wrist, lower the knees down, lowering halfway down into our chaturanga, and releasing to the mat. Inhale, lifting our chest into cobra. Exhaling downward, down to the mat. Pressing up to all fours, let's start to make our way into our downward facing dog. We're gonna hold this first one for a few breaths, so feel free to take whatever movements feel good here. Whether that's bending into the knees or shifting the hips side to side. All right, from our downward dog, let's reset right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward between the hands, pausing in our lunge. Straighten that back leg as much as you can for one more breath. And stepping all the way to the front of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. And exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart, and release. Again, like that, inhaling all the way up to the sky. And exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift with a flat back. Exhaling the hands down, step that left foot back, pausing once again. If you can't, start to reset right arm up to the sky, finding a little twist. So right fingertips up to the sky. Nice straight back leg for one more breath. Exhaling the hands to the mat as we step back into our plank. Once again, pausing here. Yeah. Keep those legs nice and straight, squeezing your butt, engaging your abs for one more breath. We shift the shoulders past the wrists, lower the knees down, lower halfway down, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and all the way to the mat. Just as a cobra. And exhaling, downward dog. Floating the left leg up to the sky. Step the foot forward between the hands, pausing here in our lunge. And then from our lunge, reach the left fingertips up to the sky for a twist. Nice straight back leg, engaging those abs, trying to hug your belly button in. And release it back down to the mat, stepping all the way to the front of your mat. Back. Coming forward, fold. Arms all the way to the sky. Exhaling hands through the heart. And, all right, one more time like that. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop the feet back. Lowering through your chaturanga on the exhale. Inhaling into our back bend. And exhaling, downward dog. From our downward dog on the inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. And we reach the arms all the way to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And we'll take one round of our V variation. So feet together or about hip distance apart. Sitting down into our chairs, we reach the arms forward and up. Keeping the belly engaged. Once again, bracing like somebody's about to come and punch you in your stomach. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back. Lowering your chaturanga. Find back bend. From now on, we'll float the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, stepping in between the hands as we find our warrior one. So bring that back heel down. Squaring the hips to the front as we reach the arms straight up to the sky. Notice if you feel like you have a big back bend here, if you do, knit your ribs together. See if you can feel those little muscles between, on top, and underneath the ribs. Right. And exhaling, hands down to the mat, stepping back into your plank as you lower through chaturanga. Inhaling into your back bend. Exhale, meeting in our downward dog. Other side, inhaling the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step between the hands, finding our warrior one. Again, we hug those ribs in. We tuck our tailbone under, trying to find the, trying to point the tailbone down to the ground. One more breath in our warrior one. And exhaling, hands down to the mat, stepping back into your plank as you take your chaturanga. Inhaling into your back bend, and we find our downward dog. From downward dog, on the inhale, bend the knees, looking between the hands. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Finding our chair pose, we sit the hips back and down, reaching the arms forward and up. All the way up to stand, and releasing the arms. Alrighty, so I said we're gonna do cardio, but we're gonna do our core first because it'll make sense a little bit. So let's find our chair one more time. Sitting the hips back and down, arms up. Now you're gonna take your knees a little bit wider as we start to sit deeper and deeper into our chair until you come all the way down onto your butt. It may be graceful, it may not be graceful, that's either way. All right. So, as I mentioned, we'll be doing a little bit of core. So I'm gonna move my phone a little bit closer. There we go. No, it doesn't work. Aha, I found it. All right, there we go. I promise in a former life, I actually used to work with technology. All right. Cool. So now that we're on our butts, let's come all the way down onto our backs. From your back, we're going to bend into the knees. So soles of the feet are flat on the ground, about hip distance apart, like we're about to come into a bridge pose. But instead, the arms are down by our sides. We start to lift our head and shoulders, reaching our fingertips forward. So the goal here is to imagine like you're making a C shape with your spine. So press your back as much as you can down into the mat, your low back down into the mat. Feel those abs engaged like somebody is stepping on our stomach and we're holding it like I am strong. Now keep that as we start to lift those legs, bending the knees at 90 degrees. All right, now here's our deal. We're gonna tap our right heel down to the mat, left heel down, and then we do both heels down to the ground. Reaching the arms all the way up and overhead, shoulders by your ears, and then reach forward and lift the head and shoulders. So that's our movement. Left heel taps, the right heel taps down. Both heels tap at the same time. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale forward. Good. Right heel down. High. Left heel down. Both heels down. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale forward. Last time, left heel tap. Right heel down. Both heels down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, reach forward, hold here, but start to hug your right knee into your chest, left leg out long. Think about pressing your low back into the ground, never letting it lift up. And then switch sides, left knee in. Continue to switch just like that. One knee comes in and then the other. Again, that hollow body shape is all about making that C with our spine. That's where the strong core comes from. It's not about the six-pack muscles on top. It's about those ones that are deep inside. 8 seconds left. 3, 2. Keep your knees moving, fingertips behind the ears. Now we do knee to opposite elbow. This is our last exercise in this movement, I promise. So engage, enjoy the burn. This little bicycle, 15 seconds left. Can we still feel that C shape though? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Lower down. That's exciting. All right. So from here, we're going to make our way onto or into a plank pose. This round of our core work is going to be more so floor facing. So from your plank, we're doing cross-body climbers. So take a knee to opposite elbow, slow and controlled. Go ahead and join me. There we go. That extra little twist might help you get the knee even closer to your arm. Halfway there. Just keep telling yourself, this is good for me. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down onto your belly. And so from here, while we're all the way on the ground, let's bring the hands to the small of the back. So stacking one hand on top of the other on your back. Looking straight down at the mat, we lift up, coming into a locust pose. So lift the legs, lift the chest. And we begin to reach the arms out long in front of us and reach it back behind us. That's our movement, extending the arms out long. So if the hands don't rest comfortably on the low back, you can just place them on your hips. But we are working on that shoulder mobility. Halfway there, hug those ankles together a little bit more, engaging those inner thighs. For 10 more seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, making our way up into a plank one more time. All right, this time we call this a plank stretch. So lift the hips up and back into a down dog, but reach the right arm over to the left leg. Back into your plank. Lift up, reaching the other arm to leg, and plank. Continue to shift just like that. Trying our best not to cheat our plank. And so squeezing those glutes when you hit it, and then engage those abs as we lift up and back. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said we're going to find a little ab engagement. All right, almost there. 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Walk those hands all the way in, coming up to stand. All right. From here, let's make our way to the front of your mat. And on your inhale, and it's resetting time. All right. We're going to take a single sun salutation, moving into a warrior 2 sequence. So once you're ready, we inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift. Exhaling hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back. Lowering for your chaturanga. Inhaling into back bend. And exhaling downward dog. Let's put the right leg up to the sky. From the exhale, stepping it forward between the hands, finding our warrior 2. So let those left toes point to the side of our mat. Then deep into that front knee and keep pressing that knee wide so we can feel our outer right hip, feel that glute engage. On our next inhalation, we flip the right palm to the sky, reaching up and back for reverse warrior. On the exhalation, forearm comes to the thigh, left arm overhead, side angle pose. Then inhale, reaching up and back for our reverse warrior. Pause here as we straighten your front leg. Reach that right arm forward as we find our triangle pose. Right arm down on the shin, left arm to the sky. Now, this is where I really want you to be able to feel that core engagement that we just found. So hug those abs in, lean the shoulders back a little bit more. Left hand coming to the hip, finding our half moon pose, and lifting up that left leg. Keep those toes pointed to the side of your mat, though. There you go. If you want to float the left arm, if you want to float those right fingertips, you can play with that. 2 more breaths in whatever variation you're choosing. And then gently step back into our warrior 2. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, window the hands down to the mat as we step back into our plank. Finding our chaturanga. Inhaling into back bend. Exhaling downward dog. Other side. Inhaling the left leg to the sky. Exhale, stepping in between those hands. Warrior two. Same thing, noticing that left knee pressing open so you can still see your left big toe. The back leg is nice and straight. Next inhale, we flip the left palm to the sky, reverse warrior. Exhaling into our side angle pose. Inhaling into our reverse warrior, straighten your front leg. As we reach the left fingertips forward, finding our triangle, right arm to the sky, left arm down. There we go, once again, engage that belly, nice long lines. As we bring the right hand onto the hip, looking down at the mat as we make our way into half moon pose. Nice. Really try to stack that top shoulder. Was that right shoulder on top of the left? One more breath. Gently stepping back into our warrior two. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. As we step back into our plank. Rolling through chaturanga. Inhaling into back bend. Exhaling downward dog. From your downward dog on the inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. All right. Last thing we'll do here before moving into our next circuit is a little tree pose to help find our balance. So bending into the right knee, turn it out to the side. Slide up to the calf, the inner thigh, wherever feels best in your body. Now, once you find it, one, focus on the foot. Try to place that entire foot down on the mat. If your hips are sticking back, press those hips forward, engage in our glutes. Nice tight belly as we reach the arms up to the sky. Now let's grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Lift up even taller as we start to lean to the right. As we come all the way back up, gently let the arms and that leg go. All right, other side, bending into that left knee. Find your expression of it. There's this thing, and I don't talk about it very much anymore, but I used to, where ideally, eventually, if we work on it, we can put the foot where we want it to. So it's the idea of creating active flexibility. Talk about that in a moment. Once again, root that left foot down, your right foot down, find that extension of your hips. The ribs are knitted together. And then grab onto the right wrist with the left hand as we lean to the left. Coming all the way back up and letting it go. All right, so here's where it's gonna get funky. This cardio circuit, it's a lot of different movements. So what I want you to do is, since each one we're only doing for 20 seconds with 10 seconds of recovery in between, do what you think it looks like. All right, so that way we can actually get the movement going. I'll explain it as we go. But yeah, just don't overthink it. If your heart rate's up, then you're doing it right. All right. So this first movement, we're gonna call it a low box step. So let's go ahead and a Ghana squat. Noticing your knees and toes are pointing in the same direction. So what this movement is, I'm gonna take a nice big step forward and then back. Reverse it, while switching which foot I start with. All right, let's go ahead and give that a shot. Stepping forward and back, switch which foot you lead with. And keep that belly tight. Keep the chest up. And 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. 10-second recovery. This is called a half start. It's like half of a jumping jack. So with my right side, I'm just gonna bring it out and down, but quick. Ready? And begin. Out, together. Yes, my left knee is moving. If that helps you, feel free to. If you're like, this is way too easy, then go a little bit faster. For 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, start to shuffle the feet as we throw straight punches. There we go. 10 more seconds. Remember the thing we just did on the other side, the half jumping jack? Let's do it on the left side in 3, 2, 1. Left arm and leg out and back. The idea is low impact. Yeah, low impact cardio. And we're gonna take 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right, in 20 seconds, we're gonna start up again. The first movement is a high knee with a punch. So I'm gonna lift up and punch with opposite arm and leg. Some of these, I will warn you, they look a little silly, but they'll make sense in a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's begin high knee and punch. Every time your hands come back in, bring them towards your jaw as though you are protecting yourself. Seconds. If you can, pick it up a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Reach your arms forward like we're about to go into a warrior 3. And then drive your knee to your elbows. Yeah. There you go. Keep that lean forward. Keep your belly engaged. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. You know, uppercuts. We're using uppercuts right here between our hips and our shoulders. And you can put power behind it, or you can go faster. Your choice. Yeah. These are nice and tight. Right here in front of our face. 3, 2. Step that left foot back into our lunge. Reach the arms. And begin. Drive knee to elbows. Nice work, ladies. We have a 20-second break coming up in 3, 2, 1, and time. The good thing is that we're about halfway there, and then we get to slow it down and flow, and then do it again. All right. From here, we're gonna start to sit down into our chair pose. Our right leg, yeah, our right leg is moving. All right, so we extend the right leg to the side and back. All right, and begin. We tap side and back. Yeah, but keep the weight in your left foot the entire time. Yeah. We're working on our balance here. Realistically, we don't even have to touch the ground with the other leg. Last 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Left leg back and side. Sit nice and deep in that knee or in that right leg. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. Spread those feet nice and wide. We're gonna imagine like there's a rope running straight through the center of your body, front and back. Start to bend into your right knee. We dip under that line, coming over to the other side. Yeah, there we go, nice and low. There we go, beautiful. I think we actually did this in the classroom a few times. Sheila, you might have been there, I can't remember, but it was exciting then too. 5 more seconds. And time. We're just gonna march it out, nice high knees. Yeah, get those arms moving too. This is essentially a recovery movement. We've got 20 seconds after this, and we're gonna hop into our last 2 circuits. I guess they aren't circuits if we haven't repeated them yet. All right, that's time. I'll go ahead and show you the next movement. We still got a little bit of time. I'm either gonna reach to the ground and then reach up to the sky, lifting on my toes, or I'm gonna reach partially down and up. Like you're picking up a baby and then, I don't know, putting up on the shelf at the grocery store, whatever. All right, ready? And begin, down and up. The idea is that we're hinging at our waist. There you go, speeding it up safely, maintaining the engagement of our glutes and those tight abs. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, narrowing the feet a little bit, taking a little squat, reach straight across to the right, squat and left. That's our movement, squat and torso rotation. With all the squatting that we're doing, I really want you to focus on keeping those heels down, being kind to our knees, making sure they press wide every single time we squat. 3, 2, 1, and time. Wind those feet again. All right, we're gonna start to do butt kickers, wobbling from side to side. Now we're gonna add a little punch in there. Yeah. Now, I've tried both ways. One might make more sense to you than the other, but whichever you're doing, let's speed it up a little bit. There we go, get those hamstrings fired up. Last 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Last but not least, opening and closing the arms, but one leg out, other leg out, open. These are called seal jacks. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, but the full thing is like this, kind of like an actual seal on the bay clapping. 8 seconds left. Speed up a little bit more. You've got this. 3, 2, 1, and time. 20-second recovery. That one's weird, but if you go fast enough, you can start to feel it in your chest. Here's our last circuit, our last round of this circuit. Fingertips come behind the ears. Good. Don't interlace your fingers behind your head. Just gently touch the back of the ears. We're going to start off lifting left knee to elbow for a little oblique crunch. I'm trying to think about, imagine like you're pumping your flat, like trying to pump a jack to fix your flat tire.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, that's accurate. 3, 2, 1. All right, now your right elbow to that same leg. Yeah, so right elbow to left knee. There we go. And every one of them is like a little crunch. Strengthening those hip flexors and those low abs. 3, 2, 1, and time. Keep that right elbow on your, right there behind your ear. Knee to elbow. Getting our oblique crunch. Yeah, like to do your other side.
Other side, okay.
Yeah, there we go. We just got switched up last round. All right, halfway there. 5, 3, 2, 1. Left fingertips behind the ear, knee to elbow. Oh man, I can't remember what 90s or 2000s movie this reminds me of. It wasn't the hand banging from Wayne's World.
Oh No, neither the rock.
Yeah, that's right. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water if you want, and we'll get started with another little flow. So bored that I might actually watch that movie. Alrighty, let's go ahead and we'll move into a sun salutation. As you're ready, we inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat, separate hop the feet back. Lowering rear chaturanga. Inhaling into our back. Exhaling, downward dog. From our downward dog, we bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release. All right, adding on now. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Pause here. We're going to come to stand back up, but start to lift your right knee up. Reach the fingertips up to the sky. Slowly begin to find our warrior three, extending that right leg back behind us, squaring the hips of the mat. Slowly step the back foot down, reach the arms up to the sky for a high lunge. On your exhale, open arm, twist left. Nice wide arms, pausing here. Inhale, reaching the arms back up to the sky. Leaning forward, finding our warrior three once again, lifting the back. Lifting the knee up to the sky, reaching the arms all the way up, finding our eagle pose, crossing the right thigh over the left. We bring our left arm at 90 degrees in front of our face and sweep the right arm underneath, binding the arms. If that's too much, hug the shoulders. But engage those inner thighs even more. One more breath. Reach the arms to the sky. Lifting up that right knee. On your exhale, forward fold. Both feet down on the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Coming up to stand, lifting the left knee up this time. Finding our balance. Slowly finding our warrior three, reaching the back leg back. Gently stepping back into a lunge, reaching the arms up to the sky. On your next exhale, open arm twist right. As we do that, keep trying to pull that right hip back. Inhaling the arms back up to the sky. Leaning forward, finding our warrior three. As we lift the knee, reach the arms up to the sky. Crossing the knee over the right. As we bring our right arm in front of us, sweeping the left arm underneath, finding our eagle, and again, engage those inner thighs. Up that belly, making that C shape like we did on our backs earlier. One more breath. Release the arms, lift that knee up. On your exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, separate hop the feet back. Lowering rear chaturanga. Inhaling into back bend. Exhaling, downward dog. From your downward dog, on the inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we reach all the way to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. All right, so how we're going to end this is the same way that we began it. So first, Finding a little chair pose, sit those hips back and down, reaching the arms in the sky. And then we sit deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, all the way until we plop onto the ground. All right. From here, coming onto our backs. We're taking that core sequence that we did earlier. So just as before, reaching the arms down by our sides. Lift the hand, lift the shoulders, create that C shape in our bellies. Lifting our knees over the hips. All right, tapping the left heel down, the right heel down, both heels down. Inhaling overhead, exhale, lift. Right heel down, left, both. Inhaling overhead, exhale forward. One more time each side, left foot, both feet. Inhaling overhead, exhale forward. Last time, right foot, left foot, both feet. Inhale up, exhale forward. Good. Bring that left knee and the right leg out long. This time, if you can, straighten the left leg, making a nice big L with our legs. And then switch. Good. Continue alternating gently, clasping behind the thigh. You can return back to the knees. But either way, keep your low back pressing down into the mat. Last 5, 4, 3. All right, moving into our bicycles, either with straight legs or with bent knees. Oh yeah, straight leg is a wonderful sensation. So if you've never done it before, maybe give it a shot. If you're like, absolutely not, then that's cool too. Last 3, 2, lift those legs straight up to the sky. And then we're gonna begin to alternate, tapping one set of toes and then the other. Left, right, left, right. Feeling yourself rocking from side to side on that bend muscles directly underneath, or directly underneath your shoulder blades. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your feet down. Finding a bridge pose. The soles of the feet are flat on the ground. Slowly begin to lift the hips all the way up. Not only finding engagement on the back side, but using that to find that sense of opening on the front side. Breath. Gently lowering down one vertebrae at a time. We're going to do that once again. If you'd like to come into a full wheel pose, you're more than welcome. Or you just want to find some type of back bend. So wherever your back bend is, go ahead and start to lift those hips back up to the sky. There you go. Take 3 more breaths in whichever variation you're in. And if you are still up, slowly start to make your way back down onto the mat. Knees coming to the chest, giving them a little hug, maybe gently rocking from side to side. Beginning to find a happy baby pose, kicking those knees wide. You can grab anywhere from the knees all the way up to the toes. But press your tailbone down into the ground. Here's where you want to feel that lift of your low back away from the ground. Last breath and happy baby. And as we bring the knees back together, we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee, making a little figure 4 here. Let's dorsiflex the feet, meaning to point those, pull your toes back towards your knee. You can either stay here or grab hold of that right thigh or shin. Our goal is to continue to press that left knee wide, trying to find a little release in the outer left hip. One more breath here. Gently releasing that as we switch sides, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. We pull those toes back and then determine how far you want to go on this side. Last 2 breaths here. And gently releasing that. Coming into a reclined twist, we'll scoot our hips over to the left side of our mat, letting the knees fall to the right. If you open the arms out wide into a T, feel free to look over towards the left arm. We'll allow those inner thighs and our glutes to relax down. Shoulders be heavy for 3 more breaths. And then on your inhale, we come back through center. Scooting the hips over to the right side, letting the knees fall to the left. Once we find that softness of the thighs and the hips, feel free to turn your head to the right side or not. Breath here. And then we come back into center. One more time, bring those knees into the chest. This time you can let your tailbone curl up if that's what it's feeling, but gently rocking side to side. And then as we bring our hands behind our thighs, between our thighs and our calves, let's start to rock forward and back along the length of the spine, being sure not to go all the way up to the neck. After a couple of those, making our way all the way up to seated. And finding a comfortable cross-leg position that allows us to sit up nice and tall. Allowing the hands to rest on our knees. And then we close the eyes for just a moment. And just as we started the class, we began to scan the body from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet, noticing, how does my body feel right now? How do I feel mentally in this moment? What kind of thoughts? What are those thoughts? Acknowledging how we're feeling emotionally in this moment. And then to end the class, we're going to take 4 rounds of our box breath. That's inhaling for 4 counts, holding it in for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding it out for 4. I'll give the counts, but let's start by taking a nice deep inhalation and exhaling, pressing it all out. And we begin inhaling 1, 2, 3, hold it in 4, 3, 2, exhale 4, 3, 2, hold it out, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold it in, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2. Hold it out, 4, 3, 2. 2 more times. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold it in, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2. Hold it out, 4, 3, 2. Last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold it in, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2. Hold it out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And sigh out of the mouth. It is a breathing practice that you can incorporate into your everyday life whenever things feel a little overwhelming or whenever we just need something to focus on. Thank you both so much for coming in, sharing your time, your patience, and your homes with me and each other. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you. And actually, I signed you in on Tuesday after class, so I can go ahead and do that when I do Alexa.
Okay, yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy your night.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.